unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers, go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still...
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 79 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 13. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out to his left.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Fred Clark. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your offense get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outside of this drive.
Throwing is Hurts.
He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second down, back to Sanders.
Fights through him.
106 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football for the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Eagles 6, Chiefs nothing.
Ready!
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes rolling in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right on the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Mahomes going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go now.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackled by Avonte Maddox.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 43-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. Down inside the 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 26 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from moving out in front. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's got room. And now after coughing up the football, serious concerns on that sideline. Their defense surrenders the tying touchdown to start the 3rd quarter. And now the offense follows that up by committing the turnover.
And I think you're sensing the exact same thing that I'm sensing, that the energy, much different here in the second half. We talk about it a lot, but you can feel it kind of rippling through the stadium, and it's affecting the players.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses making up opportunistic plays to keep this one low score. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It lowers things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. For Charles, in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last 2 drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game, aren't they? Now it's good.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because, you know, the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Mahomes.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
And that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
Here comes Tony on the return.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
He's got Burton here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes finding Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When they start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt, then you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. This one into the hands of Burton. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They'll try with McKinnon. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it will bump the lead up to 26. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Eagles.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. He for the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the knew I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the Louis in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, back to Sanders. And some room to run now. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rank.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him.
Heading set out there on 31. On the sneak, it's Hurts, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
But that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
Oh, the sneak gets Hurts.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. A surprising move here on the open. The game, and on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Hey, 43, 15.
In motion left goes a tight end. Running right through him. And some space to move right away as he's hauled away up to the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
30 yards.
And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 36 yards on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
You got caught. What took you so long?
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Fast footwork by Sanders. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
It's a second down run with Sanders. It's a room to maneuver. And down inside the 15 he goes.
62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left standing to a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run. Blake said they guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Another run here with Sanders. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll try to run with Sanders. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mahomes now on first down. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now here's Mahomes on the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's third and goal now.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have moved out in front.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Sanders shaking and baking. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
96 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you've got more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Another run with Sanders, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football now, so
you nailed it pretty well. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll roll him out right. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Booker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
It's caught by Sanders. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hurts
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith
as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
There you go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left.
Finds his man, it's Kelsey on the crossing route here.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now. The touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing is Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You tell he wanted to get that ball downfield, but nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're
they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense if you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. He still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on the scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second down, back to Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. Another gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, thought that memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Ready, break.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Trucks over him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Oh, the ball comes out on
on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time now on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get the run around.